If you sprayed it one solid color, it would look a lot more solid, you know. Oopsie. Hi everyone, welcome back to Crazy for Retro. I'm Peggy Lou and Norm is here too.
Hello.
He's got to help me fetch things. I'm in the living room today. I thought you'd like to see something different than my dining room wall and hutch as usual, in my crazy glitter retro shirt that I found in a Duluth antique shop. Actually, no, this wasn't a Duluth antique shop. It was from a Superior, Wisconsin one. But it itches me like crazy, so if you see me fooling around with the collar, that's why. Okay, let's get started. This pink and black pottery vase, I believe, is Royal Copley. And it was only $2 at a Family Pathways. There's different sizes. My brother just gave us 2 more of the same thing. I found this size, which is a little smaller, and he happened to have 2 of them at his house that were that height. So they'll look nice, the 2 bigger ones on each side of the fireplace sometime. I think I would like to try to use them in the winter months when I use more pink items. So I thought it was finding something pretty nice. I'd consider this a little more Art Deco, would you? I don't know. It's not super straight lines, but it's, you know, pretty mod. And it's common. I know that they're out there in different shapes too. They made that pattern in different shapes. Then that yellow thermos over there.
Okay.
I tried looking through my thrift haul videos, and there's a lot of things I've really not remembered if I did show you or not. I may have shown this in a fall kitchen video, but I did want to point out the fact that it's in really good condition. Everything's there underneath the other cap and everything. It's in really great shape. It was only 99 cents at a Family Pathways, and it does say thermos on the bottom. Couple places, 3 places around the bottom edge. There's a couple little scratch marks, but people collect these of all different sizes in different colors. It came in blue and maybe even pink. I don't know for sure, but I thought that was a pretty good deal. Look at how clean it is on the bottom too. Very good condition. Then this is really pretty, that big enamel Dutch oven.
That thing's heavy. Is there something in it?
No, this lid is so heavy, just the lid. Look at the condition of this. Unbelievable, beautiful condition. I don't see any scratching on the lid anywhere. Even the handle is in beautiful condition. Yes, it's very heavy.
I was hoping there was some soup in it.
Norm, you could probably hold it a little closer to the camera. Soup in it? No.
Well, it's heavy enough.
There is some nicks on the bottom of the enamel. That is typical where this could be from the 70s, 80s, maybe I don't remember if I looked it up. I probably found it. Maybe it's more late 70s. It could even be 60s. Who knows? Maybe some of you might know what that pattern is called. but it's in really, really good shape. And that was $9.99 at the Goodwill. We probably had a coupon too. I found at the Goodwill 2 of these very neat vintage plaques that I would consider, I think they're considered folk art. And the back, I'll have to read the Roman numerals again. It's Homeco, and it is 50, 60, 1, 2, 3. Wow, 1963. The back is just plain brown, and the front was very lightly rubbed with a little gold highlights. It wasn't enough for me, so I asked Norm, let's get the birds facing the right way. There's two, these birds are, I guess the birds on top are alike.
Yeah.
This one has is that a jaguar or leopard on that one? And on this one is a bull. And that's probably a fox and an owl. That's really cute. A fox and an owl on that one. So they are a pair because the birds are facing each other. And this one is a duck of some kind or goose, a spotted large cat, and more flowers. Oh, and up here, in the very top up here, could be, do you think, Southwestern theme, a family riding a donkey?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. So I think these are considered folk art, but they are pretty well known. A lot of people may find one of them at a time, but I thought that was really something to find these at the Goodwill for, where are they? Tree plaques, $3.99 each. Wow, that is amazing. Oh, I did start to say that they were just lightly rubbed with a little gold highlighting, and I didn't want that much brown showing for our living room. So I asked Norm if he would just spray paint with, again, we use Rust-Oleum spray paints, and they have a lot of different metallic golds. But I asked him if he would just lightly,
Just brush over it.
just a light coating to give it a little fancier look for me. And I may be hanging them on each side of our picture window this fall or late summer. If I probably will be doing another living room video. We've made some kind of major changes in our living room, and I do want to talk about them more when we do a living room tour, when I typically do a living room tour. But this is one of the additions. I'm going to fall over here. Wouldn't that be fun? This is a portable television from 1954. Setchell-Carlson. It's a dash. Setchell, Setchell -Carlson. And it's actually a old St. Paul, Minnesota company. And we just ordered a manual. We found a manual in really great condition on eBay. So I asked Norm if we could order that for like $14.95 in great condition. It even shows the hole inside of it, a diagram, but it tells all about it. It's the cutest ad and little folded brochure on it. So I thought that would be great to have it. But there's a story that goes with this, and I'll save that for the living room video. But I am hiding this neat little TV behind us. Okay, now let's go on to a really neat stitchery that I found at Bibles for Missions. we found the same day quite a few pieces of art there. So I ended up with 4 big pictures that are on the floor here that all go together. And this adorable stitchery. Norm can probably hold it up closer too when he comes back. He just stepped out of the room for a second there. But this was $4.99 at Bibles for Missions, and the back, 1979. So that's printed.
76.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading it upside down.
Yeah.
That's across the top of the, no, so actually it's on the bottom upside down, but it, well, if I show you, it's
upside down.
It's upside down.
Folks.
Yeah, this was in a gold frame that you could tell had been spray painted. It was really a simple, small gold frame, and it fell apart. It was falling apart. So Norm, every time we went in a thrift store, Norm would go back in the frames and he'd look for 11 by 14.
11 by 14.
He was looking for, don't get too close.
If you notice, you can see it's built up on
you don't need to get real close every time we do that.
For the tail.
I think
the
we're
tail is built up.
Overdoing it with how close we get to the camera.
Yeah. I ran in the kitchen, turned the exhaust fan down a little bit.
Great.
Got a roast going in there, and I thought...
yeah, so I have to have my kitchen exhaust fan going. It is, what's the temperature here today?
97.
So we've shut our air conditioner.
In the shade.
We turned our air conditioning fan off too, so we could do this video with some peace. But anyways, isn't that adorable? So Norm finally found this plain oak frame, and you haven't really pushed it in here yet?
Well, no, it's
or
got
nailed
tabs,
it in.
But...
yeah, he hasn't really nailed it in yet. But it looks very clean. So that is adorable. I haven't the foggiest where I would use something like this, but I couldn't resist it for $4.99. Yeah, a lot of work went into that. And I think that oak frame is perfect. Okay, this tiny little owl, plastic owl laying down.
There's some stuff down here.
Over there. This is the cutest little plastic owl. You could call it a vase or a pencil holder. And I'm going to call it a pencil holder because I have seen this as part of a set. I'm not sure if there's any markings. I don't see any markings on it. There's probably people that have the set still on the internet listed, and they may identify who the maker is. It's really adorable. It's very, 60s, 70s to me. So cute. But all I found was that it was at Bibles for Missions for only 50 cents. So
with no pencil.
No, I keep it in my owl bedroom. I'm hanging on to it. You never know. Someday I might find more to the set. California drip glaze planter. And in the meantime, upstairs in my bathroom that's full of mirrors. Vintage little mirrors.
50 mirrors, and she wants me to bring down the right one.
Yeah, you will. You'll find it. It's a tiny little olive green butterfly.
All right.
I hope I didn't take it down. I think it's right by the green shelf. This was at Bibles for Missions, and it says California Original on the bottom, and it's a nice little size for the fall. Very, very pretty orange drip on it. And it was originally marked $5.99. Yep, Norm found it in that big, huge bunch of mirrors up there. I've been adding more mirrors to my bathroom because I'm going to do another video on all of them. I've been having fun making more nail holes.
There's California.
But I never got around to showing in my last, or the first video I did on the bathroom mirrors. I did not have this cute little mirror that Norm just went upstairs to get. So anyways, back to the planter. It was marked $5.99, but I got it for $1.99. It was a sticker on top of their old sticker. And I actually did think I saw it there previous trip. And because it was $5.99, I thought, I don't need to spend $6 on another California drip glaze planter because I have so many. I really like them. They do put them all around. Orange ones, green ones. Whenever I change decor, I use them a lot in my decor. So I left it there at $5.99, but when I saw it at $1.99, I thought, oh, this is a deal. I'll take it for that. It was at a thrift store that we don't go to very often, called Unique Thrift Store.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite a big place. We've not done any videos there of us thrifting. And there were two of them. It was marked $2.99. We are able to, if we want to, take it apart, clean it real good, and I probably did that. But I decided not to spray paint it because it's stained in, you can show them how it's stained in the indentations are stained a little brown.
It's kind of hard to show.
It's not completely cut out. It's not completely die cut. Where if you sprayed it one solid color, it would look a lot more solid, you know. Oopsie. It's fine. We got carpet out here. In here.
Still in one piece, folks.
Yeah, that noise was because he's holding a bunch of bangle bracelets in his hand.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to show the jewelry.
Yeah,
here.
so anyways, you see what I mean. If you spray painted that solid, you'd lose that shading. So I decided to leave it. Can't believe I actually am leaving a mirror the same original color. Most of them we've spray painted. So that was very cute. The reason why I left the second one is because it was slightly damaged. I would have bought it, but I thought, oh, I can get by with one. It had a screw that actually came poked through to the front. How somebody could have done that, I don't know. They tried to replace a screw and misjudged the length. Something like that.
Oops.
I can't imagine a guy doing that. This was not at a thrift store, but it was in Red Wing, Minnesota. The milk glass plate. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Already on the table. In Red Wing, Minnesota, there used to be several floors at the pottery place where they used to actually make the Red Wing pottery. It's a huge long brick building, and we've gone there for years and loved buying all of our beautiful 50s glass ice lip pitchers there.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
And glassware, other tumblers and things, because they had so many beautiful ones. But there was a small section at the top of the building top floor, where someone had retired, and they had a small section, kind of a little individual store. So everything was really marked down cheap. I think, did they say everything half price, or I don't know. But this is a really rare for me to find, a sailboat plate. And it was $3.90 after the discount. That's very cheap for a kind of a rare one. And you see it does have holes on the sides, so I could hang this in my collection off and on, like summer months, with the nylon fishing line that I've talked about that I use. That's the only reason why I decided to get it, because I didn't have it. It was very cheap, and it is hangable with.
It's not a very deep impression either of the sailboat.
No, it's pretty soft.
Pretty shallow.
Pretty soft, but it's nice. I do not believe I showed this. I've got some jewelry here, and it's so confusing to me because I actually did a spring video thrift, and I showed a bunch of this jewelry, and then I decided not to post the video. There was a reason for that, but I didn't do that. So it's just like, I feel like I've already done this, but looking back on previous videos, I cannot find that this jewelry I'm going to show you has been shown before, so I hope I'm right. This is stretchy, and it looks like a lucite type plastic, very, very marbled to look like stone, and then a faux silver plastic in between. Really, really nice. So comfortable. Soft and comfortable. Fits beautifully. It was originally $3.25, and I believe it was a Family Pathways, and I got it for $2.44 because it was the sticker that was 25% off that day. But I believe this is plenty vintage. The cording inside is not the clear plastic. It's the cloth, the white cloth cording, or stretchy cord, I should call it. So I do have a collection of those stretchy bracelets that some of them do look like stone like that. So I wanted that. It was too hard to pass up for $2.44. Then this was also there the same day, 50 cents. And you may think a little wavy bracelet. I hope I haven't shown this. A little wavy bracelet is not exciting, but for years I've had 2 red ones, and I knew that I had the 2 red ones. So this is.
You're kidding.
No. So
they go together.
This is what you get then.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just a hard plastic. There's no markings anywhere on them. So they could be 60s. Not sure. So for only 50 cents, I ended up with a nice set. Those red ones were probably 50 cents quite a few years ago when I started collecting bangle bracelets.
I'm not very good at getting them together like you are.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez.
Looks kind of nice that way.
Bangle bracelets. I got this for only $1.75. And I hope again I didn't show it to you yet. Norm can show you up close. This also has the stretchy cloth cord, cloth covered cord, not clear. And I know this is plenty vintage. I have one or two others that are like that. They're very fancy. They're barrels like that, plastic barrels. That's a marbled pink and white. And we went, where did we go, Norm? Off the beaten path, where we ended up in Setchell, Wisconsin. Do you remember where we actually were headed for?
We were up your alley.
We went there first and then decided to take another longer drive.
Oh, was that a tricky place to get to?
Yeah. Wow.
Nice
Beautiful scenery, though. Oh, it was hilly, and it was even in the spring when things were still a little brown, but it was absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. Hilly, curvy roads. Oh, I've never seen, I would love to see that in the fall. but it seemed like a long trip. What was it, an hour extra? We went out of our way.
Well,
we went to an antique shop
out
in
the middle of
Chetek.
nowhere, so there's no major highways to get to it.
No,
so it's a very, very winding.
Was it
narrow,
Chetek that there was an antique shop?
There, and then you had to take the same road back.
I don't remember if I bought anything at the antique shop. It was probably fun to see, but this was a thrift store. We were driving by as we were leaving, and I said, "Oh, please, can I go in that thrift store?" And Norm was pretty worn out by then, so he just went out to the car after looking around a little bit. I think you bought a book or something for me.
You
bought a book
and those 4 glasses.
Oh, at the antique shop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He bought a beautiful picture and glasses that I've shown in a video.
So we ended up making that trek a second time.
Oh, yeah.
And it was still there.
That's right.
And it was on sale. And it's just
at our age, boy, and all the trips we make here and there,
that in a video already.
Cannot. Yes, I showed it in a spring video. I don't know if it was after Easter. But anyways, it was really a great set. So he went out, he bought a book for me, or 2 or 3 books, and you went out to the car with him, and then I found that. So I was waiting in line for $1.75. A woman had a whole bunch of clothing, so that was worth waiting for, though. I hope I haven't shown you this either. It's too bad I have to say that, but once you do a video and then you end up deciding not to put it out, boy, it messes with your mind. This was only $1.99 at Bibles for Missions. Absolutely adorable, sad dog. I don't see any initials. So it could have easily been a hobbyist piece. He's got flowers all over, indentations of flowers on him. So cute.
So sad.
$1.99. I may have said that already. Bibles for Missions just has some very fun finds. Yeah. If you just happen to be there on a certain day. Sometimes these bud bases are getting a little pricier. And this is the exact one that I'm using in my pink and orange bedroom to put all my bangle bracelets on, because the base is just wide enough to hold them up. They don't fall all the way down. All the other bud bases in milk glass, they just don't work. So I did decide to get these because they were only 75 cents each. What a steal. Yeah. In antique shops now, they're trying to charge $5 or more for them. That's getting... They were pretty abundant for a while, but I think they're starting to get a little more scarce. I think there's more people collecting milk glass finally, so...
Peggy's getting a lot of comments from people saying, now I want to start collecting milk glass.
Yes, I'm glad you are.
So now the price is going up because everybody's...
I think that's absolutely wonderful. Blue fish. The blue fish. Just found this last month for only $1. There is no marking. I don't have any beans in here to spill. I didn't need to put beans in them. This is so cute and so plain. That's why I liked it. I'm not into blue, but I have shown in a spring video, we had purchased from Up Your Alley a small gold shelf. Just two little shelves on it, and we put it in the stairwell under the long, big diamond mirror. And I put a little quaint looking 2 swan vases on it. And then underneath was a bigger swan vase. And this one is cuter because the bigger swan vase that I had, planter, that I had on the bottom shelf it had pink in it. It was pink and blue and white. This one matches the other 2 little items perfectly. There's no chips on it. It's just so simple and so cute for $1. With that adorable eyelash, it almost makes it look like a whale putting that air plant in it, doesn't it? It looks like a whale spouting out some green seawater. So that was just too cute to pass up. I just found this at the Goodwill too. It was marked $2.99 and I got my 20% discount on it. So it was $2.40. Does it say anything? Nope. Well, maybe it's not California. Who knows who makes these? Do you think Hager ever made anything like that? But it's so mod a shape. Very fun. With a little bit of gray, I'm assuming that they dripped gray on it. And it did have a little chip inside that I've been filling in with some glue. And I will touch it up carefully with a little bit of red paint on the inside. But I thought that was fun for only $2.40. I'll use it in the winter months. Norm thought it was kind of fun too.
It started out as a rectangle and then they went and got it off center like that.
I don't know how they do that.
I'm making it up as I go along.
This was $1.99. A little green drip glaze, no, splatter. I guess I'd call that a little more splatter. It ran, but they're dots that ran. And there's an itsy bitsy little teeny chip on one edge there that I can touch that up too. There's initial RC on the bottom, so I'm assuming this is probably a little hobbyist piece. It was, did I say, $1.60 then, because I got 20% off of it. I started a collection a couple years ago of drip glaze or splatter glaze leaf dishes in different colors. And I think it's very fun to put them all together in the fall, all those different colors. I like those. So it was tiny, the tiniest one yet. A lot of times they're about this big, but that thing's like really small, really, really small. Okay, Norm, why don't we let you talk about a bike? What kind of bike did you find at Bibles for Missions?
Arc. It was that Arc. It was a 7-speed
Arc.
Specialized sport, and it's a men's bike, and they sell for like $350, and this is maybe a year old or so, and it was in excellent condition. Every time I find these old bikes in shops, there's a problem with them, but this one was exceptionally in good shape. I had to adjust the rear brake on it a little bit, but it works great, rides nice, and the tires are really good shape, so it's
Norm's had almost as many bikes as I've got islip pictures. He tends to thrift them and try them out for a while, and then if he doesn't like them, he donates them back again to the charities for a good cause, so somebody else can use them. You've found free bikes in the neighborhood that are nice.
And free is free, so that's good. So then, when we were at Family Pathways, I came across a really nice bike helmet, and it was only $5.50. It's a Bell, and it's my size. I kept looking at them at all the Family Pathways we were going to, and they're all smaller size. I have a big
really
head.
Cheap,
Peggy's
right?
told me that before.
Yeah.
But it
That's
fits
really
great.
cheap, right?
So now I got a nice helmet and these things are, $40, $50 for a helmet like that.
$5.
And this is $5.50, and there's not even a scratch on it. So I was happy to get that. So that's my bike story, and as usual, I'm sticking to it.
Very nice purchase, yeah. It's nice when I'm looking around a thrift store that he actually finds something for a guy once in a while. I don't feel quite as guilty if he's glad that he walked in there and he found something very, very good deal. This was thrifted, in my opinion, at the Pink Squirrel last fall. It was buried under a bunch of things were sitting in it, and I recognize enamel. When you see enamel, it's pretty easy to tell, especially, you know, when you see a slight dark edge showing with this nice bright color. And I looked at that pattern on there and I thought, that can't be a Catherine Home item. You know, this very, very popular, very collectible Scandinavian designer, Catherine Home.
All right.
This is a Catherine Home lasagna pan. And Norm was a ways away from me. And I took the stuff off that was in it. I'll show you what the inside looks like. Norm can show you the inside and the pattern. It's very heavy for me to hold. Oh, I'm exhausted. That thing's so heavy. Trying to hold it out.
Pretty good shape, actually.
Let me see if I wrote
down. Does Catherine Holmes know that you have this?
Nope.
You didn't tell her, huh?
Oh, this shirt's itching me. The seams. Ow.
Peggy always has to buy stuff that's heavy.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know you showed it to them, but while I'm talking about it,
okay.
Do you recognize, how many of you recognize this pattern? Catherine Home, everybody thinks of the lotus petals, flower petals, the lotus pattern on most of her stuff. But I don't know if I didn't know anything about this pattern and I was trying to find out what it was. And I discovered there's absolutely adorable fondue pots that she made that look like hot air balloons because they're so colorful. You know, the big, gotta go way back here, the big balloon top, and then down here is where I assume the candle probably holds some fluid, lighter fluid in it. I don't know, because it looks like the base of a hot air balloon, but that comes in a lot of different colors, and they're pretty pricey. But what I found out was the pattern on those was called Viking, and that's what this is. So if you try to find a Catherine Home Viking patterned lasagna dish, I think there's some in a darker color like blue, but yellow is pretty popular. Yellow and orange, I'm assuming, are pretty popular colors. So I don't think I found this for sale in the fall when I thrifted this at the Pink Squirrel. But what was funny is, I know we're always telling these long stories, but I hope that makes it a little more interesting for you. When I realized what this is, I think I had to try to close my jaw because I didn't know for sure.
Well,
but
one of the women came by and she recognized what it.
Well, I don't think she said anything that helped me, because I handed it to Norm because he was going to take it up front for me. And a woman that worked there happened to be coming towards Norm. And she said, "Oh, you want me to take that up front?" And she looked at it and looked at the price inside and said, "Oh, that's a good deal." Or, "Wow, you found something." What did she say to you? Something like that. She was pretty surprised. I don't remember, do you? But I don't know why, I'm thinking $4.99.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
I'm sure she was thinking that.
That's what she was thinking was, why didn't I see that? You know, they can't find everything, the dealers. There's so many booths there at the Pink Squirrel, so many dealers. So they can't necessarily find the time to go around and look at everybody's things. And like I said, that was a little buried. So that is I hope that was an exciting find that you enjoyed hearing about. Now these were...
2 of them, actually.
These were, yeah, I picked out 2 out of a pile. There was a stack of these. They may have had 6 of them, but I don't need 6 lap trays. Norm's going to have to show them up close too. I didn't need 6, but they were only $1 a piece at Family Pathways. So I picked out 2 of them that had the least scratching on the outer edge. Somewhere in the corners, you know, I guess it's a vulnerable spot where they all tended to get, I think it's from standing them up, the bottom corners or something.
Well, they're just
there's some paint
metal
loss.
trays. People just throw them together and
Yeah.
haul them out for TV dinner. It's got a lot of detail.
Designed by Hermina. But isn't that sweet? Farm everything. All the things you could think of for out in the country and farms and critters, and I thought that was fascinating. I've never run across this lap tray before. Have you?
No.
Never. We've never seen this before. Who knows what decade that's from. So that was very fun. From a Family Pathways in Hinckley, I think.
Some
We're
lasagna.
getting hungry. I always end up with this, starting this a little late. So these are some beautiful pictures. Would you call that reverse glass
Yep.
painting? At Bibles for Missions, when we found the chipmunk cruel, I really had a hard time not bringing these home. You're going to see a lot of glare. The border, just this border on here, and the fact that it's a black matte look. This is not a matte. This is all, the background matte is actually tan in 2 of them and a little more golden yellow,
Looks
golden
like crepe paper almost.
in 2 of the others.
Yeah.
But from the side, if you get the light on it just right, you'll get a shadow because this is painted on the glass, and 2 of them have this sticker on it.
Yeah.
Really hard to straighten
But it's
this
painted
out.
on the back of the glass, so
Right.
you can't scratch it.
We showed
It's actually a
you. We
reverse
showed
glass
you
painting.
in one of our thrift hauls a great big reverse glass painted Golden Gate Bridge. But these are all animals, and they're all by the same artist, Tom Cryer, Cryer. It says original art by Tom Cryer, hand processed on glass. And Lulu's Incorporated, copyright 1978. And I don't know how to pronounce this city in Utah, O-R-E-M. Orem or Orim?
Never
Orem?
heard of
Orem? I don't know. Never heard of that in Utah. But that is on the bottom, so at least we do see a date, 1978. My brother would love the deer. He's got a lot of animals. He loves all animals, and his house is full of artwork. So now that's the other color background. See, the pheasant one, there's a pheasant one that has this, well, it's even lighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're,
I thought two were more gold, like more golden.
These were $7.50.
No, $7.99. $7.99. Yeah, the stickers we took off. They were all plastered on the front, so we took
the frames need to be a little cleaned up.
Well, you did rub them down with oh, look at that sticker on the back, Norm. Turn over and show the sticker on the back. I just noticed that. Too close,
I
but
think
yeah.
you can read that. Yeah.
Yeah, the sticker's not on the back of this one, but
But we've got the
if we sold them individually, we could
have the
copy
deer.
that sticker.
we have the raccoons.
Oh, the raccoons I like. Not that I like raccoons in my yard, but I have videotaped them at 11 o'clock at night or earlier, right outside our door with their babies, mama with their babies. I have a videotape on the internet.
2 fawns.
At minnesotaseasons.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
minnesotaseasons.com. I have all sorts of photos of all the critters and insects, and one video of the mama raccoon and her babies on minnesotaseasons.com. You might want to look that up. I started doing that before I started doing videos. I was uploading.
And this one's really nice. It's more
our
colorful.
Photographs. Yeah, that's got more color on it. My brother also loves pheasants.
Yep.
He belongs to Pheasants Forever. That has a sticker on the back.
Right.
But I love that the border just before the black. I think that is so cool.
Yeah.
And I would love to display in the fall. I would love to display the raccoon one because of the leaves on it and the tree trunk there.
I think I'd like to make new frames for these.
You would do all of those?
Yeah, I would. Well, I've been doing that for our pictures when we were making those.
He could hang, I don't know, you don't have any more room out in the garage.
These are kind of thick. No, I
You don't have any more room out in the garage, but you can find this guy's artwork on the internet for sale.
Yeah, but
and it's not exactly cheap.
the frames are a little beat up. There's
they're not that bad.
There's some dents in them a little bit.
They're not that bad.
But if you rub stain over it, and then you could make them look a little better, but I'd make them weigh a lot less if I put a thinner frame on.
Okay, how long have we been going?
We've been going, we're 5 minutes shy of an hour.
Oh, I know you love hour-long videos. We need to have some dinner, but we'll end now with this one, and thank you for sticking with us for so long. I hope you're not missing your dinner. Thank you so much for your support of our channel. I'm sorry if I'm terrible at not answering everyone. I try, but I often, as I've mentioned, do feel a little burned out at times. I do have a lot of responsibility around here to take care of things, and we hope that your spring has been really great. It's been an extremely hot spell here.
We've had a week and a half.
I think today was going to be a record.
Well,
what's the date today? The 9th?
Today's the 9th.
Today's June 9th, and it's going to be a record.
Yeah.
We had storms pop up yesterday, just a sudden little tiny storms in just really, really isolated areas around Minnesota. And the meteorologist said this morning that our city got a little pop-up storm, and we got 3/4 of an inch of rain in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we needed the rain so bad. It was so dry. So we're very, very grateful. Yep. Very grateful. So thank you again.
Growling.
Yeah, I got dinner ready. Thank you so much for watching today, and God bless you. Bye now.